let's have a chat about wiring up a treadmill motor with an SCR. So in many situations, and the information out on the internet, you can usually use the treadmill circuit board, which is the MC60, and it has a high, low and a wiper, and you simply need to connect a potentiometer across those 3 points, and you're able to then use the circuit board to power the motor that it comes with. But of course, in my situation, the circuit board that my treadmill had, it wasn't going to work that way. So what I've had to do is I've had to wire up my own circuitry to make my motor work. So this motor here is a 180 volt 1.5 horsepower treadmill motor, and what we've got here is a 10,000 watt SCR speed controller off eBay. You can see the details just down in here. Okay, it's got its own potentiometer. Now I've taken the potentiometer out of the box because I'm actually going to end up mounting that through a lid, which is this lid over here, which I'm just working on at the moment. Okay, and I'm going to be powering a honey extractor with this setup. From there, now the output from this is AC, so it needs to go through a bridge rectifier, which is this little part here. Okay, and there is the part number. Okay, so this is a 50 amps, so far more than what we need for this. And so the way it basically works is the bridge rectifier converts the alternating current through to direct current, which is what my motor needs. Now what I've done is I've taken the power cord from my treadmill, and I've also taken the switch from my treadmill. Okay, and I've also taken the resettable fuse from my treadmill as well. Okay, and so it goes through those two, being alternating current. One lead comes directly out of the power cord and then connects through to the common on the board. Okay, the other side of the power, okay, so the other alternating current goes through the resettable fuse and through the switch, and then it comes into the in on the board. Okay, so from there we're then going to take the common and going to go directly onto the bridge rectifier. Now if we have a look at the side of this, okay, it's got AC and the other one is positive. Now they work in opposites, so the AC here and then the other AC is there. Now it doesn't matter which way around they go because it's alternating current, but the direct current needs to go in the correct way. So direct current positive, okay, which is running over to the motor, and direct current negative on the opposite side, running through to the motor as well. Now my motor is only a clockwise, only works going in clockwise direction. Some motors will work counterclockwise as well, and on the little plate on there it will say CW or CCW. Okay, so if it runs both ways, then to change the direction it's as simple as changing your positive DC and your negative DC around, and therefore it's going to run in the opposite direction. But for my situation, it needs to be wired up positive to positive, negative to negative. Okay, so what we've got over here is we've got the positive out coming from here. It has AC going through to the AC over here. Okay, so positive out and then also common going to the opposite side, and then DC positive and DC negative through to the motor. Okay, now this potentiometer, this is what came with it. This is the 500K. Depending on your motor, you might need to change that. Some people are saying 100K, other people are saying 200K, but to be honest with you, if I just turn this now, okay, I'm having to turn it. That's what I turn it on. Switch on. Now if I turn it, I'm only having to turn it probably an eighth of a turn before the motor starts up, which is pretty spot on. If you're finding you need to turn that potentiometer halfway around before it even kicks in, then you're going to need to change potentiometers to get one that, you know, starts pretty much as soon as you start turning the dial. At full RPM. And all the way down to a stop. Now this bridge rectifier, apparently they can get quite hot, so I'm going to mount that onto the heatsink. Okay, and then all that's going to get put into the box.